Hi everyone, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on
X.
Breaking news! Well, this isn't really breaking news. This is more like, duh, we already knew this news, but it took the Freedom of Information Act to actually verify this news. Vancouver police spent $44,000 on security for brief Harry visit in February. Now, I know, having a Canadian boyfriend, that spending their hard-earned tax dollars on security for Harry and Meghan probably doesn't sit very right for them right now. Even the most progressive Canadians right now, they probably cannot stand this. Let's read the article. Harry and Meghan's brief Vancouver visit cost $44,000 in police overtime. Vancouver police logged more than $44,000 on overtime during Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's brief February visit to British Columbia. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were in Vancouver and Whistler for 3 days between February 14th and 16th to promote the Invictus Games, which will be held in British Columbia again in February. Harry founded the multi-sport event. No, he didn't. That's all a lie. According to data obtained through a Freedom of Information request, Vancouver police spent $44,555 on security-related overtime during the short visit, which ended in the city. This was like the time where he did like that thing with Good Morning America. Then they went to that restaurant one night and got photographed by Backgrid coming out the back. So they needed security for all that. That was also the time that Harry drove himself, rolled down the window, and started talking to a group of people. We have the video.
Hey guys, how are we doing? Hi, nice to see you. I'm going to see you tonight.
Yes.
We'll see you backstage.
Yes.
Are you enjoying yourselves?
Yeah.
Good. I saw your little video the other day. You running up and down the track. Well done. Keep busy. I'll see you later.
Okay, see you
Yes,
later.
bye.
Bye.
So it sounds like the taxpayers are just paying for optics.
Pretty much, because
For the photo ops.
and as someone who goes to Canada a lot and who has a boyfriend who is a celebrity, probably a bigger celebrity than Harry and Meghan in Canada, he does not need that kind of security because Canada, like the UK, is safe, okay? It's safe. It doesn't have people walking around throwing acid in other people's face. Yes, there's protests. Yes, I'm sure high-profile people should have security once in a while. But as far as like America goes, it is way safer than America. While the Invictus Games covered $10,221 through cost recovery. Okay, so the Invictus Games, which is a charity for wounded soldiers, spent that on them. They couldn't even use their own private security, okay? They had to dip in to the taxpayers of Canada and a charity for wounded soldiers.
Well, I've been saying this for years. I think Meghan and Harry's original plan was to make Invictus a pay-to-play. So people like, let's say that they actually were able to pull off this con, bringing down the monarchy. They thought people like, George Clooney, Matthew McConaughey, Brad Pitt, they might come to the Invictus, and then we're going to make it a pay-to-play event. It'll be sponsored. So in their heads, that, of course they're going to dip into it.
Canadian taxpayers were still on the hook for $34,333 in overtime. The amount was for 390 and a half working hours. In records obtained by CTV News, and I'm telling you that is reputable. My boyfriend watches CTV News. The costs are described as overtime for police security. We didn't specifically provide security for them, a Vancouver Police Department spokesperson added in an email to CTV News, but we had officers in the area they were in case any issues arose due to the ongoing protests in the city. Didn't our former president get shot in the ear a month ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But let's make sure we take care of Harry and Meghan during protests.
Maybe Harry and Meghan think that they were protesting them.
Maybe.
In a catastrophic way.
Yeah. February saw a number of protests in Vancouver, including rallies in support of Palestinians and Sikh independence. Now, last time I checked, but Misan is a pro-Palestinian supporter. There were pictures on Misan's Instagram page the same time Harry and Meghan were in Whistler of his kids skiing for the first time.
Oh, he was there, in my opinion.
In our opinion, because it was dated, in our opinion, we think Misan was there too taking pictures, but he did it under the radar, but he took his entire family.
Well, he wasn't that under the radar if he's posting pictures of him in Whistler.
He did
That's
it
not
like
really
a week later.
Yeah, but duh, we know. Well, it takes him a week to edit his pictures.
I think he
Takes about a
waited,
week.
but from what I saw, it looked like Whistler. As someone, and you've been there too, as
Yeah.
two people who have been to Whistler before, to me, that looked like Whistler.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I think he was there too. And, you know, he's very pro-Palestine. I don't know why they would feel threatened by pro-Palestinian protesters of all people. I don't get that, but okay. In a statement to CTV News, Doug Maynard, Director of Security for Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025, said police were responsible for public safety while Prince Harry's security was privately paid for. Taxpayers did not fund the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's security during their visit last February. Their private security detail was paid by individual donations directed by the donors for that purpose. So he's saying Invictus paid for it?
I would imagine.
Is that what he's saying?
That or like billionaire friends of hers, or those old guys that love her. Well, no, I mean, this is just showing, though, if they had it done last year, they're losing their stock and they're going broke.
Okay.
Because if they, why would they not just have private donors do it this year?
Or why wouldn't they just pay for their own security like every other celebrity does? Public safety was ensured by Vancouver police resources in the area should issues have arisen during the protests in the city at the time. Public Safety Canada announced in February 2020 that it would stop providing RCMP security to Harry and Meghan after they decided to give up their titles and step back from the royal duties. Earlier that year, the RCMP spent more than $56,000 to protect the couple during the weeks they spent in Canada and on Vancouver Island during November 2019 through 2020. That's what's so funny. Meghan and Harry needed taxpayer-funded security to protect them on their own mansion on their own island.
Yeah, that's like Kardashian stuff. That's like
That's worse.
It's optics, though.
Yeah.
It's like we're reading it and we're going, like they wanted us to think that they needed private security on their own island.
Tens of thousands of dollars is nothing to sneeze at, Canadian Taxpayers Federation Director Franco Tesorano told CTV News. It's hard to understand why taxpayers are footing this bill. The government owes taxpayers a clear explanation on what the policy is in these circumstances because taxpayers are paying and it's not clear why. The police should be regularly and proactively disclosing details about costs like this because taxpayers have the right to know how their money is spent, and it is being spent, Democracy Watch co-founder Duff.
It's so interesting because everyone's so riled up. Everyone's like, oh, when he turns 40, he's going to get this $7 million trust. $7 million is not a lot of money, guys.
No.
I think people are going, it's not fair. Why does he get this money? Especially in California.
Give him the money.
Give him the money. It'll be gone in a year.
He'll blow through it.
Oh, and Nancy means blow.
Allegedly.
But it's hard. It's like, who cares? 7 million?
I know.
Is that a lot of money?
But what I'm saying,
Montecito terms now?
well, it like I said, somebody used the Freedom of Information Act to find out if they were paying. They're saying, yeah, we chipped in a little over $30,000, us and the taxpayers of Canada, but it wasn't for their individual security. It was for the entire security as a whole to make sure things didn't get out of hand. I'm not buying that for a second. I'm sorry, Trudeau. You're up to no good. I don't trust you, dude. I don't.
I just don't know why people just don't see what this is. It was for optics.
Yeah.
It was for the pictures. It was for us having to hear how they needed security. They didn't need security. They wanted the security, so we would think they needed the security.
Exactly.
This is what gets my goat about those two, is that there's people that actually do need security.
I know. Yeah.
And then these two just want to slip out the back entrance of a restaurant, calling the photographers.
Yeah. Calling
The photographers, but they also wanted to have the photographers see that they needed security.
Yes.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And if anyone can't see this, then you're blind.
Yeah, so there's your breaking news. Today's animal rescue was brought to us by our good friend Karen. Karen, thank you so much. This is Pause for Thought. They are located throughout the northeast of England. It was formed as a positive response to the distressingly high number of animal welfare issues in the region. The charity also has many cats for adoption, and I think they also do rabbits as well. I was looking at their website. They have even some guinea pigs. So we will put the link in the description below. Please go check them out. They are a great charity. Show them some love. Share them with friends and family. It really does make a difference. Thanks again, Karen.
It's our sister from another mister.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you soon.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.